9:20. I'm in second period. This is my leadership class. They're getting very quiet right now because they're awkward. Everybody say hi. Hi. And the internet's down. The internet's down, so I can't do anything. I can't check my email. I can't get stuff ready for the next class period. That starts in about 10 minutes. And if the internet's not back up in 10 minutes, I'm not sure what we're gonna do. We might just be staring at each other the whole time. So right now, what they're doing is they're cutting snowflakes for this fundraiser that we have in December. Who's that back there? Oh my God, they have thousands of snowfleks to cut, and that's what they're doing. So it's Monday after break. The internet's down. It's been down for probably about 20 minutes now, and I don't know what I'm gonna do if the internet doesn't come back. So that's what's going on. All right, it's 1:22. School got out 20 minutes or so ago. I think the last time I vlogged, I was in second period, which is my leadership class, and the internet had gone down, and I wasn't sure what I was gonna do. The internet ended up being down, I would probably say, for maybe 30 minutes or so. So when third period came, we had no internet access. So I just had kids work on their Greek and Latin root packet. And when the internet goes down, you really realize, or I really realize, how much I've transitioned to relying almost solely on digital resources, whether that be Google Classroom, vocabulary, the online platforms for the textbooks. Like, it's rare that I'm doing something that is paper-based or not dependent on Wi-Fi to some degree. So I'm just thankful that it came back on. And we ended up getting, I had attempted to vlog this earlier, but I had to stop because I was getting distracted. We ended up getting through more than I thought we would with language arts. So I showed this placemat to you guys, I think the Friday leading into Thanksgiving break. This is what we were supposed to do, but we just ran out of time. And over break, I was looking at my lesson plans, and I decided to kind of add another layer to this placemat so that it was a little bit more culturally responsive. So this placemat is helping the kids to identify the author's point of view, which is the focus of violence in the movies. And so the question in the box asks the students to listen to both points. Like, one point is saying Hollywood should not expose kids to violence through the movies. There's too much of it. And then the other one is saying it's not Hollywood's responsibility to monitor how much violence kids are exposed to. So we read through the two essays. I paused after each one to discuss it. I had groups kind of discuss amongst themselves, just generally, how do they think the author of the essay did? Did they make strong arguments? Did they provide sound text evidence? So they discussed that as a group, and I was actually quite surprised in a good way. Like, I assumed that they would all say that the counterpoint essay, which is the one that says it's not Hollywood's responsibility to monitor how much violence kids are exposed to, I assumed 8th graders would pick that one as the better essay. Even though I said you're not necessarily picking the one or the opinion that you agree with, you're really just judging it based on how well the argument was made and supported with text evidence. And I think in both classes, after they discussed as a group, each group still felt like the essay that said that violent movies do create violent behavior was the stronger essay. And the reason they said that is because the text evidence was based on studies from reputable sources like the American Psychological Association or university research, whereas the counterpoint essay wasn't really grounded in research like that. The person that wrote that one spent a lot of time talking about or making statements like, I've watched violent movies myself, and just because I watch violent movies doesn't mean I'm going to go out and commit violent crimes, and I haven't committed any violent crimes even though I've seen these movies. So I was very impressed that they were able to identify, well, this one, it's grounded in research by reputable sources, whereas the second essay, it's the writer's making more I statements than anything else. And so with my switch class, I did point out like the counterpoint essay where they're saying it's not Hollywood's responsibility. It's harder for them to produce studies that support what they say because it's hard to create a psychological study to prove that something does not cause something else, if that makes sense. So we did that, and then this placemat, I actually just walked them through one step at a time. So the one that we used where they were identifying the theme of the monkey's paw, I gave them the placemat, made sure they understood that things were supposed to happen in a particular order, and then kind of let them finish at their own pace. Whereas this one, with my homeroom class, I soon realized like I kind of need to direct them one step at a time because I could see them skipping over some of this. So first they had to write a response to the question, which essay did a better job of arguing their point based on their personal opinion. Then they shared with the partner, the person next to them. Then after they partner shared, they discussed as a group. Then as a group, they came to a consensus, like picking which one they felt was the strongest as a group. And again, if there was disagreement in the group, they had to go with majority rules, and then selected text evidence that helped them come to that consensus. And then we left off here. This is what we'll do tomorrow. And this is where I added in the culturally responsive activity that I learned from one of Dr. Holly's trainings. So I'm gonna do this tomorrow, and it's called corners. I'm pretty sure this is common. It doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like it's something that's brand new, just something that I've never done. So with this one, you're validating and affirming kinesthetic and sociocentric learners, as well as kids that have dynamic attention span and are prone to subjectivity. So you put chart paper around the room with answer choices available. So I'm gonna have 2 pieces of chart paper, one that says Hollywood should consider reducing the amount of violence in the movies, and then one that says it's not Hollywood's responsibility. Then students are going to go to the chart or the corner that represents how they personally feel. So now at this point, they're not having to think about how they feel based on how well the argument was supported in the essay or the text evidence, but really just how do you feel? Do you think as an individual it is Hollywood's responsibility to monitor violence, or do you think it's not Hollywood's responsibility at all? So they're gonna go to their respective corners, they're gonna discuss within their whole group, then we'll share out in the 2 sides to kind of exchange their thoughts and ideas. So we're gonna do that tomorrow. And then in social studies, all we got to was the weekend wrap. So that's what we did. As always, the day went by really fast. So I have to stay until 3, so I have about an hour and a half. And what I would like to do is get some grades entered, make sure I'm ready for tomorrow, and then I need to leave at 3 because I need to get my nail repaired. I got my nails done over Thanksgiving break last Tuesday, and somehow I just chipped the tip off of this nail. And again, I just got them done. I don't know if that's gonna focus. So I really need this to be fixed because I can't live my life like this. So I need to do that, and that appointment's at 3:45. And I need to walk Wolfie. So that's how the day's gone so far. I think I'll end the vlog at home so I can show you my Christmas decorations and maybe share a snippet of some of the thoughts that I had about myself over Thanksgiving break. But for right now, I need to get some work done. So I will talk. All right, it's about 2:45. I am gonna call a parent who requested that I call her today about her child's grade, and then I'm gonna go, well, then I'm gonna leave. Luckily, since she emailed, her child's grade has gone up, but she would like for me to call, so I'm gonna call anyway, so that a parent can never say I don't call them back. Hi, is this Cash's grandma? Hi. I'm sorry. Hi, how are you? This is Miss Robinson. Hi. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm done with my teaching duties for the day. So I'm going to leave. My nail repair appointment is at 3:45. And I need to go to Target to pick up the Target order I was supposed to pick up yesterday. I mean, I know we all love Target, and I do too, but the Target pickup by my house is a joke. Like, it just defeats the purpose to the point where I became that woman that called Target to complain. And so the Target by my house, there's a couple, but the one that is closest to my house, you could put in a drive-up order. Place the order. I'll be notified that my order is ready. I will say I'm on my way, and I will purposely wait at least 30 minutes before I'm actually on my way to go pick up my order, figuring that should give them plenty of time to roll my order out from the little holding station they have inside the Target. And even when I do that, more often than not, when I arrive at the Target pickup area and check in and say I'm here, I could still be in the car for a whole nother 30 minutes just waiting for my pickup order. And what's frustrating about the one by my house is it's not because they're super busy all the time. And also you'll be sitting in the car and you will see 3 to 4 employees who appear just to be standing in the midst of all the merchandise that all of us are waiting to pick up. And they don't seem pressed for time. They don't seem rushed or stressed that it's taking so long. Last time I went, a friend came over to just hang out with them in the parking lot, and they were sipping their Starbucks while we're all in the car waiting. And so then I said I'm done with the pickup. But this weekend, specifically yesterday, I was looking at a mess. I needed some things from Target. I didn't want to make myself presentable, so I said, you know what, let me just do a pickup, a drive-up order. I do the whole thing, get the email saying it's ready. I go there at just about 25-30 minutes. I still hadn't gotten my stuff. All the spots are filled, so there's tons of people waiting. Then I get out of the car because this time there was no employees. No one was outside. There were no Target employees outside. I didn't even see merchandise. So as I'm standing looking around like, what's going on? Another lady who had been waiting for hers was like, are you waiting for your drive-up order? And I said, yeah. She's like, I would just go home if I were you because I've been here an hour and I still haven't done my stuff. To which I promptly got back in my car in reverse and left. And I'm not even going to go pick it up. I'm not going over there to pick it up. I'm just gonna go to the Target that is by the nail salon, and I'm just gonna manually get my own stuff like we used to do in the good old days, because it's a joke, and I don't think I'm gonna do drive up at that spot anymore. And I did call Target, and even the person I spoke to, I'm not even convinced I was speaking to a Target employee because he seemed a little odd. That's all I can say. He just seemed, his energy didn't match my energy. Like, he didn't seem to understand how frustrated I was. So, I don't know how I got on that tangent, probably because I said I'm leaving now. I have to go to Target before I go to get this one nail fixed, so that when I get done getting my nail fixed, there's still enough daylight for me to walk woofy. So that's what I'm getting ready to go do. And, yeah. So, I will see you guys when I get home. It's about 5:20 right now. I just got home not too long ago from Woofy's walk. Woofy, you want to say hello? He had his walk. He stayed behind the gate today. He was a good boy. He had no choice, so excuse the washing machine, but I had to buy this extra tall gate from PetSmart. It is by Top Paw. It's tension mounted, and so far so good. And it was on sale. I think it was like a Black Friday sale. It's a regular $109, and I think I got it for like $65. But I think what I'm gonna do is, because I think today's vlog is gonna be a little bit longer than what I want it to be, is I'm gonna talk more about like the mental health part of Thanksgiving break tomorrow, and kind of show you something that I'm gonna try to help me kind of maintain what I feel like is a proper mental state for myself. But I really wanted to show you my Christmas decorations this year, I don't think I showed this last year. I don't remember if I shared any of it because I don't even know if I was vlogging in December. I know I vlogged my trip to Spain, but I don't know if I showed the decorations. So last year, I bought this little teeny tiny Christmas tree. It's one of those pencil top trees. I call her Flocka because she's thin. And I just want to show you some of my favorite ornaments that represent my life as it is right now and some of the freedom that I have with being single. Basically last year, I just was like, enough is enough. Because for the past few years prior to last year's Christmas, I wasn't decorating at all. And I think I felt like, well, what's the point of decorating? It's just me, it's kind of silly. And then I had this moment last year where I was like, what are you talking about? Like, why are you putting things that you typically enjoy on pause, like Christmas decorations and that feeling during Christmas time, because you're single and you don't have anyone? So I went out one Friday night, went to Michael's. They were having a great sale, and it just so happened that the look I was going for, everything was there. And so I spent some money getting a tree and some of the other decorations I'll show you. And so I just refer to this as my single girl's tree. I went to Madrid last year with Teach with Love. I was the trip leader, so I wanted to make sure I got a ornament that represented that trip. I also got this ornament while I was in Spain, as well as this one. These are not Spain specific, I just thought they were cute. And we also went to Segovia as a part of the trip, which is a medieval town in Spain. So I bought this ornament while I was there. And there's another one from Segovia somewhere on this tree that I don't see, which means I need to give it a more prominent spot. Let's see. Because my trouble is need to be in the front. Where did I put that? I'm kind of nervous now. See, oh, here it is. It's at the top. So, again, this one is from Segovia. It's a very beautiful town. And one of my other favorite ones, I got this at the club last year. It was an ornament exchange, and I was lucky enough to get this one. I think I actually stole this one. It says Merry Resistmas, and it's a picture of Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and then on the back it has her little famous collar. And oh, this one I bought when I went to Finland pre-COVID in 2019 is when I was actually there. And then during that trip, we also went to Estonia. Actually, this one is from Estonia. We went to Finland, but then we took a boat to Estonia because it's not too long of a trip. So this one is from Estonia, and then this one is from Finland. And I'm doing a very terrible job of getting these things to focus, but trust me, it says Finland down there. So that's my tree. And what I like about this is I don't have to move any furniture. I had a bigger tree before, but it necessitated that I move this chair into the garage, and the chair is cream colored, and then it gets nicked up, and then it gets dirty, and then I have to clean it, and I didn't want to do that. So I just got this little pencil top tree that fits in this corner, and the only thing I have to move is like a little poof. I bought these blankets to go on the blanket ladder to replace the ones that are normally there. Bought these pillows from Michael's last year, just the Christmas ones. The stocking I think I bought last year from Michael's or Target. That one's mine, obviously. And then I just have a generic dog one because I always have a dog. My stocking hangers, I've had these for a couple years. Like before I even moved into my condo, these are from Pier 1. The little deers are from Michael's last year. And then just a bunch of little things like the countdown to Christmas. Bought some more pillows when I went to Home Goods. Like I really just kind of went for it. These little trees are old. That sign is old. But yeah, so I'm glad I did it. As soon as I put these up, I think I put my Christmas stuff up on Saturday. I just felt like super cozy, which is what I wanted. Here's the rest of it here. All of this is from Michael's with the exception of these houses. These are from Target. I honestly don't know where these snowmen are from. They just showed up. I don't know if this was a gift from a student last year. I didn't have these out last year, and then when I was pulling all my Christmas stuff out, I found them. I don't know. These are still the pine cones from Michael's last year, and they still kind of smell good, but I need to replace them so that it smells even more cinnamony in the house. And then I forgot to show you this. Sorry, this is kind of disorganized. This garland up here is from Michael's. Michael's, and then I think I got that from Home Goods. My favorite find is when I found this wreath from Michael's, because it's a very nice, excuse the bow mess, a nice wreath that I got. I want to say I got this for 70% off. It has some bells there, and this is kind of what started it all. I saw that and I said I want everything to kind of go with that. So that's what the Christmas decorations are looking like. The only problem area for me is this table here, because I feel like, there it is, Christmas dies right here. It's like Christmassy over there, Christmassy right here, and then, oh, it dies. I even have Christmas towels in the kitchen. So I just need to find like a poinsettia or something. And then last but not least, Wolfie, you wanna show them your Christmas collar? We put this on Wolfie yesterday. Woof, sit down. Sit down for a minute. Thank you, sit down. So show him your collar. His little Christmas bow that he, are you gonna show them? Wolfie boy. Woof. You gonna show them? Show them the bow. Well, trust. There's a bow there. Trust me, there's a bow there. Wolfie's just in a playing mood, so. That's it. I'm gonna end the vlog here. I'm gonna go upstairs and comb Wolfie's hair. He's going to the groomer on Saturday, and I'm really hoping that she gives me a stamp of approval, because we've been really combing his hair on a regular basis with the comb. So I'm gonna end the vlog here, and then again, I'll talk about the mental health stuff and the resource I'm gonna try out tomorrow. But if you enjoyed today's vlog, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Someone asked me on Instagram if I was gonna do Vlogmas, and at first my initial thought was absolutely not. I can't upload daily. And then I realized I have been uploading daily and it's not that difficult. So if you'd like to see Vlogmas, which would mean really that I would vlog every day of December, not just the school day, leave a comment in the section below or give it a thumbs up. I'm not gonna make any promises. Like right now I feel like optimistic, like I can do it. But I'm not gonna say no. So just let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. But as always, I hope that you guys are well, and if you're not well, please be well, and I will see you guys tomorrow.